A proposal to push for a supervised drug consumption site in Richmond, BC drew some intense backlash this week.
Emboldened by a lack of intervention, hard drug use became common almost everywhere, on the streets and public parks just yards away from schools and even in the hospitals. When addicts are going to get their fix in playgrounds and nobody's even stopping them, you know something has gone terribly wrong. The number of complaints and incidents surrounding this policy were unbearable. The effects on people's lives were even worse.
So, I live near Gage Park, and even on the way to the park, there's an encampment just about 200 feet from Gage Park. So you have a few different encampments there. So I've seen everything from shotguns being recovered, and my photo is featured on the front page of the paper, to fires, prostitution, and certainly drug use on a daily basis. So as myself, with someone, I have a 4-year-old daughter with my wife, and we certainly don't feel safe anymore bringing our child to the park.
Nurses and healthcare workers, for example, whose jobs were already some of the hardest there, are now having to deal with their patients openly using hard drugs while dealers walk in and out to service their clients. In one Vancouver hospital in particular, it happened so much that the floor became covered in broken needles and pipes. At another, a leaked memo instructed staff not to interfere with drug use or deals on site, and even to let people bring weapons into the building. So it amounts to an entire ecosystem where state benefits and whatever else addicts can scrounge up goes directly into their pockets. It's unsurprising that police busted the largest drug super lab in Canadian history last year. Operating out of a farm in rural British Columbia, police found a factory stocked with enough fentanyl to kill the entire population of Canada twice over.
The over 95 million potentially legal doses of fentanyl that have been seized could have taken the lives of every Canadian at least twice over.
They also found 390 kilograms of methamphetamine, 35 kilograms of cocaine, and 15 kilograms of MDMA, as well as dozens of firearms and $500,000 in cash. The news then dropped the story after it left the news cycle. And the sad thing is that this raid was just a drop in the bucket of Canada's overall problem. It's likely that there are lots more of these kinds of operations in Canada. Even just in British Columbia, they're funding more and more labs,